Good evening, fellow racers. It is your boy Vexed again, and we are back with race 2 from the final round of the Ultimate Racing League's Alpha 1551 Make Series. So, Ice Chand managing to take the win in that first race. We had Molson came in second, and Vexed was third. So, this is the grid for the second race. We got Toten on pole. Lacko is in second place. We've got Brian Moncani in third place. Ice Chand is fourth. Vexed is fifth. Dan Bailey is in sixth. URL Molson is in 7th, Palmer is in 8th, Slowpoke 9th, and Hodgie is bringing up the rear in 10th. So without further ado, let's get into it. And they're off. Bit of a premature klaxon boy there. Look like Ice Chand and Vex getting really good starts there. Both pulling over to the inside early. Toten, he's pulled away in first place. Lacko, he's in second. Moncani still in third. Vex has taken fourth place away from Ice Chand. But Molson, it looks like Molson managed to get through as well. Oh, as Molson tries to go around the outside of Ice Chand not seeing him. Molson's been slung out into the shadow realm. He's going to miss that. Oh, we've got Lacko as well. He hit the grass and then got sent across the track. All sorts of action kicking off in this second race. Molson ending up with a 1.5 second penalty. Lacko ending up with a 1.5 second penalty. Not sure that was justified as they both lost control of the car. Not really anything either of them could have done. That's let Toten get away. He's already got away. Vexed is in second place currently. He's being hounded by Ice Chand. Ice Chand is eating his back bumper. He wants to take that second place away from Vexed, doesn't he? I'm sure Vex is definitely going to be feeling the pressure here. This is going to be the closest battle at the moment, as Palmer goes really deep in the background there as well. I think Dan Bailey, he's actually all over the back of Brian Moncani as well, so we'll have to keep an eye out and see if he manages to get that move done. Oh, I think he has actually managed to go past him. So yeah, Dan Bailey moving up to 5th place. Palmer still there in 4th. Ice Chand still currently 3rd. Vexed is still currently 2nd. Toten is... oh, he's got away from the rest of them already, hasn't he? He's in 1st place, so Toten trying to make up for lost time, losing out in that first race. There was a bit of an incident with him and Lacko giving him the place back. And we're on board with Vex. Vex is still currently in 2nd place. He's trying to chase down Toten. Looks like Vex stopped in for the mediums in the final race. He's still on the racing soft, so he might be able to catch up to Toten, you never know. Ice Chand behind him. He's actually on the mediums. Oh, looking like... I think he had to serve a penalty or something, I'm not really sure. Palmer's moved through to 3rd place. He's being chased by Dan Bailey, who's moved up to 4th. He's got Hodgie hot on his heels. Hodgie's there. He's still hot on his heels. Brian Moncani, he was in 7th, but he's moved back up to 6th. Molson, he's moved up back up to 7th after that early incident. Lacko, he's in 8th, followed by Slowpoke, who's in 9th, and Ice Chand. Ice Chand's dropped himself all the way to the back of the field, so I'm not sure what happened there. Perhaps he stopped because of that incident with Molson. I'm not really sure. Meanwhile, Toten, as I said, he's pulled away from the rest of the pack. He's on the medium compound, but that's not stopping him. And meanwhile, Vexed, where's Vex gone? Vex has dropped all the way to 5th place, so must have had a moment there from Vexed as Hodgie's making a move on Palmer, he's trying to go on the outside. Palmer's holding the inside. He's got Dan Bailey with him as well. Has he got ahead? I think he has. I think Hodgie's got ahead. He's taking that 2nd place away from Palmer. Dan Bailey also trying to go around the outside. Palmer looking really slow for that last turn. Looks like Vex has caught up to the back of him too. Quite a large train starting to form here. Hodgie at the front of it. Some great racing there from Hodgie. I think he started at the back of the pack. I think he started last and he's all the way up to second place. He'll be absolutely loving that. I imagine he's grinning from ear to ear right now. Probably feeling the pressure a little bit though. He's got quite a gaggle of fast cars forming behind him. Dan Bailey in third. So Toten followed by Hodgie currently, and then Dan Bailey. Then we got Palmer, Vex and Brian McCartney. Brian McCartney there going for the move on Vex. He's got up the inside. Vex is holding it around the outside. I think he's going to have to let McCartney through. He's still there though. He's still trying to come back through. Great move there from Vex. As I said before, a little bit of a dodgy one for that last corner, but he managed to get it done, didn't he? It looks like he's going to go past Palmer as well. The Vex also trying to make up for lost time on that soft compound of rubber. Hodgie still currently in second. Dan Bailey still currently in third. And then we've got Vexed. He's at the head of this train that's formed here from 4th place to, I think it's 7th or 8th. And then we've got Palmer. Palmer's in 5th. He's being hounded now by Mawson. Mawson's managed to make his way up to 6th, so he's gone past Brian McCartney. Looks like Brian McCartney's losing that place to Lacko as well. Good move there from Lacko. Looks like Ice Chand, he's managed to make his way back through as well. He's passed 2 of the drivers, I think. Or is it 1? Yeah, he's passed Slowpoke, who may have had an incident again. He's a little bit off the back of the field. Ice Chand, he's there in 9th. Then Brian McCartney's in front of him. Lacko is in 7th. Palmer, he's lost that place to Mawson. So good move there from Mawson. He managed to get past Palmer. He's there in 5th. But it's starting to close up again, isn't it? I think from 2nd to... Yeah, so we got from 2nd all the way to 9th place. All in that little train there. As it looks like Vex going for the move on Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey still holding it there on the inside. I think Vex might have the run here though. He'd be brave to try and go around the outside. As he manages to just get ahead to Dan Bailey, slotting back in behind him to try and make the most of that slipstream, trying to stay ahead of Mawson, who had that instant, didn't he? But he's managed to make it all the way back up to 5th place. Vex has picked up a penalty. That's going to let Dan Bailey back through. Be a good result for Hodgie if he brings it home in 2nd place. He's doing really well so far. Still currently in 2nd. Toten's kind of run away with it, unless he has a big moment. It's Vexed. He goes really deep as well. That's unlucky. So not only did he have that penalty, he overcooked it a bit into turn 1 and run it wide onto the gravel. He's going to be eating his sandwiches now, I'm sure. He was having a good race though, wasn't he? Anyway, Dan Bailey, he's now up to 3rd place, as we're just over the halfway mark of this race. He's being hounded now by Mawson though. Mawson, he's in 4th. Both on the medium compound. Mawson's going to be filling Dan Bailey's mirrors with that green Alpha. Does it look like I think it was Ice actually. Ice in the yellow. Lemony Humbug 155. He had a bit of an incident in the background, a couple of corners back. So Toten, Hodgie 2nd place. Dan Bailey still currently in 3rd, being hounded by Mawson in 4th. Lacko's there in 5th. Palmer, 6th place currently. He's being chased down by Brian McCartney there though. He's bringing Vex with him. So Vex, I'm not sure if he rejoined in 8th place or if he's managed to get past Ice and Slowpoke, but Ice not having a very good race, is he, this evening? The first race he won, but this one he seems to be all on the back foot. I think it's that medium compound of rubber catching the drivers out, maybe. As we have seen a few of them go off, but then I can't say that for Vex. He is on the softs. So he will be taking the mediums in the final races. Oh, it looked like he was going for a move on Brian Mancani. Brian Mancani quite slow through there. Vex had to stamp on the brakes. He stopped dead almost. In fact, I think he did stop dead, to be fair. Meanwhile, I think the closest battle is between, well, it was between Dan Bailey and Molson, but Dan Bailey seems to have been able to extend that gap, or he has been able to extend that gap. So Molson not quite as close as he was before. He's got a few tenths of a second to eat into, a few hundredths of a second before he can go for a move again. Meanwhile, Lacko's starting to bear down on him as well. We did see Lacko, he put it on pole, didn't he, for the first race, so we know he's a fast driver. He had a bit of an instant in the first race with Toten, and then I think he finished 7th. Trying to go for that move on Molson. He's trying to go around the outside there. Not a very wise move. Molson's holding the inside. Although he may get the switch back. It looks like that was what he was going for. Molson needs to cover off the inside. He hasn't, but he's still currently just enough ahead to be able to keep that position. He is going to have to start driving defensively now, though, against Lacko. Although I think he's got it done there. Took a little while to set it up, but he managed to get it past him. So Lacko moving up to 4th place. Molson, he's there in 5th. On Vexed, he's got up to 6th, so he was in 8th. He's managed to get past Brian Mancani and Palmer now. Trying to put them softs through their paces, make the most of that better combine of rubber. Brian Mancani, he's there in 8th. He wants to be making the most out of these races, though, didn't he? I think he missed the first one. He's here in the second one, but he's going to have missed out on some crucial points. He's currently sat in 3rd in the standings, so hopefully this won't hurt him too much. But he is currently in 8th place. Slowpoke, he's there in 9th, still ahead of Ice Chand. As I say, Chand having a bit of a horrible... Oh, he's going really slowly there as well. I think maybe having another slide through that last section of turns. I don't think he's feeling the mediums tonight. Although I know his brakes were also playing up as well. He was having some kind of braking issues. I think he's since fixed the braking issues. He's had the mechanics looking over the car. They've probably bled the brakes, given him a whole new set of discs and pads, and worked out what that sticky, why his brakes were sticking on, perhaps sticky calipers. I'm talking shit, obviously. It was obviously just his pedals, but you know, real racing, lads. Toten, he's still in 1st place. He's had a brilliant race, his second race. Not really having to do a lot at all, but drive fast and keep it on the track. Hodgie's now under pressure from Dan Bailey. Dan Bailey's all over the back of him. He was eating into that gap. Hodgie's on the softs as well, so he's opted for the softs in this second race as opposed to the mediums, which I think a lot of the other drivers are on. Toten, I know, definitely is on it, or on them. Dan Bailey, yeah, he's on the medium, so he's actually looking really fast on that medium compound. He was right on the back of Hodgie. He's now dropped off a little bit, but I'm sure we're going to see him pressuring Hodgie again soon. Oh, as I say that, he nearly dipped a wheel on the gravel, but he's managed to keep it on there, so thoroughly putting them track limits through their paces. HRT Lacko, he's still there in 4th place. Mawson not managing to get back past him. He's on the mediums as well. Mawson's on the mediums. So Vex with a bit of a moment there. He's not going to lose that place to Palmer just yet, but I think he's starting to feel it. Feel the wear of them tyres, but extra tyre wear in the final race. Palmer 7th. Brian Mulcahy, no! Brian! You can't part there, Brian. I think he's got the memo and he's carried on. Picking up a 1.5 second penalty though. Just insult to injury. Slowpoke, he's in 9th still, currently. I think he may get past Mulcahy, or he'll be right on the back of him, surely. Ice Chan is there in 10th. We're going to go on board with our race leader. Here he is Toten. So Ice Chan taking the win in the first race. This win is going to go to Toten. Gabor, great racing there. Hodgie's done it. He's managed to hold on to 2nd place. Great result there for Hodgie, 2nd place. Dan Bailey 3rd. Lacko 4th. Mawson is in 5th. Vexed. A few moments, but he's finished in 6th. Palmer 7th. Slowpoke, I think he's going to finish in 8th. He surely will. And we've got a drag race here between Brian Mulcahy and Ice Chan, but who's going to get it? I think it's Ice Chan. Ice Chan managing to pit Brian Mulcahy to the line in the last couple of feet. Well, that was race 2. Sorry, guys. This has been the final round. We have got the final race 3, coming up next. I hope you enjoyed this one, and you'll join me for the next one. Brian Mulcahy, he's actually going to be on pole for the next one, isn't he? So that's definitely going to be interesting. Reverse grid as always, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I've been your boy Vex. Good night.